It's important. All right, so we'll get to it. Once again, I want to thank everybody for joining the stream. As always, make sure you guys share this. Make sure you guys like it. Subscribe to the channel. Help me get to a thousand subscribers. That's love. That's love. So let's get into it today. I mean, I'm sure as you've seen, the market is looking pretty healthy today. Um, we talk about this every Thursday. Today is the day that they announced the jobless claims, the unemployment rate. Um, Today is a good day when it comes to it. This is the lowest unemployment rate that it has actually been since before the pandemic started. Last week, I think when we spoke about it, it was like 425 or some shit like that. This week, it is 404,000. So they added another 25,000, 20 to 25,000 jobs just in the last week. But more importantly than the jobs that are coming in is the fact that people are going back to work. That's really the bigger reason why the market is going back up. I've been speaking for the last week about inflation, what causes inflation, and what how we can overcome inflation. We have the jobs in play to overcome inflation. It's just up to the people to actually start getting to the bag so they can catch up with the rising costs. For people who think that some of these costs are just going to shoot down because that's what it's supposed to do, you're going to be waiting a long time for some of this shit to shoot down. The real estate market, it's not going down. It might go down a little bit, but I can't see how because the market is still going through the roof. A lot of these things are never going to go down because the demand for it is so high. So as long as there's demand, the companies always have a reason to raise the price. So at the end of the day, us as individuals, we either get money to pay this shit or um, you don't. And once again, us getting more to work, that does allow for us to be able to catch up. So that's the reason why the market is up. I know you guys have probably seen AMC, GameStop. Same story. This story is nothing different than what we have experienced the last time. I want to say, what was that for the people who following me from the start of this, maybe like February, March. I think that was the last time that AMC and GameStop really gave it to the hedge fund companies. Now, what happened a lot of times is last time we pushed it up to $24. So this is nothing new in terms of AMC going up. AMC is up almost 20% today. It was like 17 bucks last night and it's at like 22 today. So that's dope. But once again, just remember history most times repeats itself. So, you know, this is gonna go up, but these people saying that AMC is gonna hit $100, people don't got the patience for it. At the end of the day, you have to go against hedge fund companies who have more money and more resources than you, and a lot of people get discouraged, just like how they do with, cryptocurrency. Like they'll see it go down. Like for half the people who are sitting here hype about the fact that AMC is up $22 today, a lot of people are jumping on AMC right now. Once again, just because they see the hype, they see that it's going up, and they think that if they get a part of it, they're going to get a piece of it. But in reality, this is probably going to end the exact same way it ended last time. AMC still has a very big debt that they need to get out of. And whenever you're investing into stocks especially, the value of that company actually does mean something. Like it means something. Like, you can't just think that a company is going to constantly shoot through the moon if they're not making money as an actual company. Like if the only thing as a company you're relying on staying afloat is retail investors, which that's what we all are. We're all retail investors. So is if that's what you think is going to keep your company afloat, it can last for a while, but it's not a sustainable way to maintain a business. So I'm not saying don't get AMC. I'm just saying that this time around, for some of you guys who thought it was going to shoot up to $100, just know when to pull out. Like if you had that and it's at an $8, all right, man. If it's at an $8 John, or you got it at a $7 John and it's at $22, consider selling, man. If you doubling and you tripling up off a stock that really isn't even turning a profit, then that's a good win. Like you got to stop going for the gusto, because the gusto don't work like this here. I'm sure a lot of people who had a Dogecoin when it went up to 70 cents probably wish they sold it at 70 cents, me included. Because I thought it was going to hit a dollar as well. and I'm still up on Dogecoin, just like I was still up on AMC when it went up to $24 last time, and I ended up having to sell it at 14 because we was waiting for it to go through the moon. Um, just know when to pull out, guys. I'm not going to tell you not to invest into a stock like AMC or GameStop, but I do recommend if you're serious about these stocks, you should know about what you're investing in. Don't just hop on it because you see they had a week worth of good days. That's all I'm going to say. Do your research. Um, with that being said, there's a new wave that's going on that's being used on Binance um, that pertains to people who are not buying crypto, but buying the shorts on crypto. They're actually selling tokens on Binance. Um, one of the two main ones are called ETH down, ETH down, and BTC down. These are basically tokens that Binance is providing to give people the ability to bet on when crypto, one of those two cryptos, go down. It's similar to when people bet the shorts on stocks. You know what I'm saying? Now, this is not something that I would recommend utilizing. They actually just had a report, and you can look this up on Yahoo Finance, where, I mean, for those who, unless you lived under a rock, over the last week, not Binance, but Bitcoin and Ethereum is shot down. It went down, and we know why. Because if you watch my stream, you know why. Inflation, it is what it is, and once again, they're associated with tech. So if tech goes down, most times, crypto will too. So a lot of people were supposed to cash out, last week, the people who bet on these bullshit tokens, and nobody really got paid on it. I don't know if it's a Binance issue. I don't know who uses Binance. I personally use Coinbase. If you know anything about Binance, you would know that they're actually under investigation for customer service issues as is. So that's something that they're already dealing with a lawsuit about right now as is. So I guess because of this situation, and once again, you can look this up on Yahoo Finance. The title is Mayhem and Binance Leverage Tokens During Crypto Crash Leaves Traders Fuming. These guys are pissed off because they bought these tokens being told that if shit goes down, they're going to get paid for it. But when shit went down, they didn't get paid for it. They actually lost money in the process. So I would just be very, very mindful of not only, those tokens, at this point, really Binance as a whole. And it's not that it's a bad platform, because I used it for Bitcoin for a long time back in 2017. But, with them dealing with this customer service shit, I mean, I've heard numerous people say that they have issues logging back in. Like, if you don't remember your password from Binance, you shit out of luck. Because the customer service is so bad, it's just hard to be able to tap into your shit if you don't know how to log in. I've heard that more times than I feel like I need to. So I'm not telling people not to deal with Binance. I'm not trying to publicly shit on these guys, but I just think it's important that you are mindful of what is going on in their world right now. This stuff is totally public. It's not something I'm just pulling out of my ass. These are things that you should definitely tap into. Roblox booming, bro. Hey, Roblox is booming. Yo, whoever, I don't know anybody, if anybody in here watches King of the Dot, shout out to King of the Dot. I know people always think that just because we work, URL is, not King of the Dot, that there's like some type of hidden issue or nothing. I got mad love for King of the Dot. I came up in King of the Dot. I only say that to say, if anybody in here knows King Fly from King of the Dot, he does like a lot of editing for King of the Dot. Make sure you tag him in this video, because me and him got into it about a month and a half ago about Roblox, because I was telling people, hey man, you got to get on Roblox. You got to get on Roblox. Anybody who knows me knows that I've been speaking on Roblox since the day it went public. The very first day it went public, I was telling people Roblox. It's just too heavy of a company in the video game world to not hop on top of. He was telling me, oh, nah, man, Roblox going to go down to $40, $45. And I'm like, all right, man. Like, once again, when you know the numbers, when you know that what a company makes before they go public, when you know what their last quarter did before they go public, it's common knowledge to know that this is going to still continue to grow, especially in this technological age. You point me in the direction of a kid who doesn't use Roblox. Kids are the market, you know what I'm saying, when it comes to this video game shit. So make sure y'all tag him, man. Shout out to King Fly, man. But yeah, I mean, I told y'all when Roblox first popped off that it was planning on hitting $100 sooner than later, and Last time I checked, it was like 92, 93 bucks. So yeah, man, Roblox is booming. Shout out to the folks who took that advice when I first dropped it. Because when I first dropped it, that Roblox was at like 63, $64. You know what I'm saying? Yes, bought it at $65. You know what I'm saying? That's when I was telling people to get it. So it's up almost $30, which means that it's about a 50% return. And in the stock market world, if you can make a 50% return within 2 to 3 months, that is a win. Don't let Dogecoin and Bitcoin and all these AMC. Don't let these quick flips fool you into thinking that the double up or triple up in a month or two is the norm. That's not how it works. You know what I'm saying? That's just not how it works. Coupon, no. Well, I told people when they first got into coupon to get it around the $45 mark. A lot of people got it when it first shot up at 55. It's down like $3 or $4, but once again, they tie in with tech, and because Asia has had a lot of bullshit going on in terms of their restrictions, um, they're gonna be fine. And if you look it up in terms of like, and I don't really like trust Robinhood, but if you look at any person that actually is talking about coupon, they turned a hell of a profit last quarter. They're winning. It's just about the investors in that part of the country getting along, getting hip to it. And they're actually supposed to be merging with Japan, being a marketplace for them as well. So once that happens, that shit's going to shoot up. But that's definitely still a good stock to get into. I would definitely recommend coupon. Would you still hold on to Roblox or sell at this point? No, you keep it. Buy more. The only reason why I say that is because once again, when you invest into stocks, like people who actually invest into stocks, they don't invest into stocks for right now. That's what people who think right now do. People who think right now think, okay, how can I come up right now? When you're thinking about technology, you're thinking about the future. So when you're investing in Apple or Tesla or some of these other tech stocks, you're not doing it based on the Tesla car that just dropped today. You're doing it because SpaceX is going to Mars in the next year or two. That's why you're supposed to invest into stocks. You're thinking about the future. And once again, this is why we always say when it comes to the stock market, you're supposed to do 3 to 5 years in terms of investing because you're thinking about the future, not about right now. Now, if you're a day trader, be clear. If you're a day trader, you think about now. But let's be honest. How many of you guys are able to sit in front of I got three computers now and 2 phones. I can't say that everybody is doing this to where they feel comfortable doing day trading. Even when I do my Patreon page, I will never offer day trading tips because if you're not doing it that specific day, then you're going to lose money. So, if you're not doing day trading, then the now don't matter. It's all about the future. So that's why I say things like coupon and Roblox and tech stocks. Tech, at this point, I've sold all my travel stocks. I've at least doubled or tripled up on pretty much all them shits. At this point, for me personally, the only stocks I'm invested in right now is either techs or semiconductors. And when I say semiconductors, I mean like microchips. And we'll talk more about that later. So yeah, man, that's pretty much it. So once again, the reason why the market is up today is because the unemployment rate has gone down to 404,000, which is the lowest that it has ever been in the last basically since COVID started. So shout out to Joe Biden for that. You know what I'm saying? But he got to do some shit for black folks, man. He ain't did shit for niggas yet. So, but that's a whole nother story that we'll talk about another day. So I'm out of here, y'all. Once again, just as a reminder, we are going to be starting our Patreon page next month. Not next month. Well, next month, which is next week. Next week. Um, I will start releasing content probably next Wednesday. But once again, this is going to be a page that's going to be specific in terms of stocks, like what's going on real time, what companies are going public, what companies are merging, what companies are going to be doing their quarterly calls. Now, once again, all this information is available, but it is pretty detailed. So if you don't have time to do it and you just want to get that information to make a good sound decision, then you can tap into the Patreon page. I've decided that there's going to be 2 different levels. I'm not going to do 3. It's only going to be 2. One would be strictly about content in terms of being able to tap into the page. And then the other one will be about getting weekly emails about specific stocks to keep an eye out for, just to make sure that you guys get that insight that you can actually do research on your own time. So I'll be revealing the prices next week, but make sure you guys tap into that. And yeah, we'll be back next Tuesday to go over what's going on real time in the market. So y'all have a good weekend. I'll holla at y'all next week.